Joe Rogan, say what you will, is just kind of an average dumbass. Like he's not, or I've actually been circling back to Joe Rogan might be malicious now, but I'm parking.
Did you see his comment about Tim Walz?
No.
He said something. I saw a video today where he said that one of the things that turned him off against the Harris campaign was the fact that Tim Walz was a liar. He lied about his time in Tiananmen Square. He lied about his rank in the military. And, you know, if you're going to lie about that, then why should I trust you? And I was like, you endorse Donald Trump, man. You endorse Donald. I'm not doing the whataboutism thing, but you kind of forced me with that kind of take right there. Donald Trump lied about winning the 2020 election. I think that's a pretty big one. That's a pretty big one right there, right?
It's like, I hate to do whataboutism, but like, you aren't talking about, like, you are inherently comparing when you're talking about what turns you off, why you voted for Donald Trump over this, like, that it's not whataboutism, it's an actual part of the analysis that has to be taken into account. And if you want to talk to me about how Democrats lie a lot and fucking it pisses you off, I will sit here and talk to you about it. I will agree with you many of the times. Probably not on the Tim Walz thing. I really don't give a shit about Tim Walz thing.
No one does. Yeah,
like that one does. But that's why I'm saying, like, I'm kind of watching Joe Rogan, because my position on Rogan for so long, I think he was cooked by COVID a little bit, but definitely is someone who has a generally good heart about him, is a relatively good person, and is just easily confused and led astray by conspiracy theories. But how he's been talking since the election, it's getting a little propagandy.
Yeah. He's been tilting this way, like, slowly, just like ever since COVID, honestly. Because before COVID, he wasn't super political, and a lot of times he was just like, you know, your regular dude with weird views and good views here and there. But, you know, the stuff he says about like his deep throating Elon Musk and everything, and just it's just getting pretty bad. Mark, buddy, would you right here? Do you think that progressive wing should have more control with the Democratic Party, or should they draft Joe Manchin 2028? You know what our answer would be. You know our answer. Personally, I think they should rally around Mitt Romney. So this is why I like, Mark, you're the reason Kamala Harris lost. Because not you in particular or in specific, but Democrats listening to Mark is what got them the loss right here. Where, man, if we could just go after those common sense Republicans, all of those Republicans who are sick of Trumpism, they would like someone like Liz Cheney or Mitt Romney. If they would have run Mitt Romney as the candidate in 2024, I wouldn't have voted for him. Not happening. I'm not voting for Mitt Romney.
Here's the other thing, TJ. Mitt Romney could have run on the Republican ticket in any of the last 3 elections, and he would have gotten his ass kicked.
He would have gotten smoked. He would have gotten fucking smoked. Hey, we keep saying that, well, you know, Donald Trump doesn't represent the Republican. Yes, he does. He got 95% of the Republican vote, just like he did last time. Republicans are MAGA. Like, they may have like this performative outrage. Wow, they'll always tamp it down to, man, I really don't like Donald Trump's mean tweets. Go fuck yourself. You don't give a shit about the mean tweets. You love Donald Trump and you'll support him all the way.
I need to know before you get back. I need to know if Patricia is talking about Joe Biden or Joe Rogan. Like she started commenting this, like she just has like 80 Joe tweets here.
What is going on?
Like, is which Joe? Because we were talking about Joe Rogan, but the title is after Biden, so I don't know.
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, Patricia. Either way, I'm fuck both Joes. Honestly, that's my position on this.
But yeah, Mark. Like, think of like Mark. Mark is TJ. And correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm mischaracterizing you, Mark, let me know. But you are the type of Republican who claims to not necessarily be all for Donald Trump, but you didn't fucking vote for Kamala, and her entire campaign, the entire strategy of her campaign was to try and attract your vote specifically. So if you're telling me, hey, they need to double down, they need to go kick that football even harder and run an actual Republican as their nominee, no, you're just going to pull the fucking football again, bro. Like, I don't trust you. Maybe, I know this might come as a shock, but if something doesn't work time and time again, try something else. Because I swear to God, TJ, I've watched this happen. I've watched this happen, and infuriates me. I've watched liberals start to say, well, Donald Trump is just such a strong political force. There's nothing the Democrats could have done to beat him. It's the political headwinds that caused Kamala to lose this election. No, he's not. He booked a fucking press conference at Four Seasons Landscaping. I cannot even begin to tell you the level of incompetency it takes to do that. He is an idiot. He is a person who surrounds himself with yes men and just wants to hear people tell him that he's the best. That's all he fucking cares about. He's not smart. He has bankrupted more businesses than I will ever start in my lifetime. He is a fucking idiot. And to pretend that he is some crazy, intelligent, hyper great politician because he kicked your ass 2 times, no, maybe consider that you fucking suck. You suck more than he does. He's not that great. You just suck. And I need Democrats to fucking understand this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an easy way to not take responsibility. I think they're not completely wrong. I think that just like Biden's especially after Biden's debate performance and stuff, it was already going bad, but that just tanked it all together. That it would have been hard for anyone to kind of muster up a campaign after that. And with the situation she was handling, I thought Kamala did a decent job. You know, it's not like she fucked everything up. Honestly, like I said, for hiding from the media for a month and a half was not a good idea until you look at the polls that was her best month and a half of the entire campaign. Like she was like soaring high until she put her message out. And what Kyle said, I truly believe the Democrats are going to run Liz Cheney in 2028. Listen, not outside the bounds of possibility. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but it'll most likely be someone like Gavin Newsom, someone like that, just another standard corporate Democrat, unless we can turn the tide around in the next few years. But I'm not optimistic. Mark says, but that's how you know he's not in the swamp.
Wait, no. I want to address that comment, TJ. Because, Mark, are you saying that's how you know Trump isn't in the swamp? This is something that blows my mind. Because...
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Because Mark is an informed Trump voter. We've said many times on the show.
I don't know if you voted for Trump.
Did you vote for Trump, Mark? Tell us if you voted for Trump.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can say what the fuck you want. But, like, he's an informed person. Like, he's not one of the vast majority of Trump voters who are relatively uninformed about what's going on in politics. That was the vast majority of Trump voters. If you look at the voter distribution by highly informed voters, I think Kamala won them like 79 to fucking 21. It was something insane like that. And then the opposite side on the other end of the spectrum. But the people who actually follow this shit and like go, yeah, Trump is draining the swamp. First of all, he had 4 years to do that. And the swamp was not drained, TJ. The swamp remained exactly how it was before. And 2, he has just filled up his cabinet with sycophants who it is the richest cabinet in history. I don't understand how anyone can look at this and go, oh, yeah, he's electing a bunch of pro-labor fucking revolutionaries to, help the working class. And no, he fucking is putting a bunch of rich guys in positions of power that they're not qualified to do. And that's just the fact. And so, like, you can say, yeah, no, he should do that because I like him, whatever. But to be informed and understand that and still go, yeah, he's an outsider who's draining the swamp. No, he's just putting another swamp in. It's just a different flavor of swamp water. And I don't understand people who actually argue that he's doing something good. I can get, at least theoretically, he's better than the Democrats. I don't understand, no, he's the good guy.
Yeah, it's like whenever right wingers talk about the swamp or the elites and everything, it's another one of those language disconnects, because when we hear this and we say, okay, you're against the elites, that you're against the rich and the ruling class and the powerful, and you want to protect the interest of your everyday citizen, that's not what Republicans think, though. Like when they hear that someone is an outsider, they mean this person's a dick. This person's just a belligerent asshole with no respect for structure or rules of society or anything. And yeah, he's rich. That's great. He's earned that money. So when they put Jamie Dimon or Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a fucking Kennedy. That the biggest anti-swamp person is going to be a Kennedy. You know, it's Elon Musk is a representative of the common man now. It doesn't make any of the literal richest man in the world. That's what they mean. They just mean somebody who isn't someone they're used to seeing in this job, someone putting on a hat they've never worn before. It doesn't matter if they represent the same interest of the bourgeois, like always, but it's just kind of obnoxious. And Nomad said that as someone who works on political campaigns, I think Trump ran the worst possible campaign you could have run and still won. It's unbelievable. Buddy, tell me about it. None of this is to say that Donald Trump ran a good campaign. I don't think he did. Like once again, like people will, like Joe Rogan will say, well, Tim Walz is a liar, as if he didn't hear Donald Trump say with his whole chest, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cat. That didn't bother Joe Rogan at all. I don't know. This is it's one of those weird things. The people who love Trump are always going to love Trump. Trump got roughly the same amount of votes this time as he did last time. Harris just didn't galvanize enough votes to go out and support him. That's really what happened. Like Trump did what he did last time, like maybe 1.5 million more votes, and the Democrats tanked it by like 5-6 million votes.